Hello, welcome back today. I will be demonstrating ASP.NET Membership Forms Authentication for the Rich Internet Applications class I am taking at Renton Technical College for the spring quarter of 2015. So here's the rubric that I will be following today. I am also using Visual Studio 2013 and SQL Server 2012. So what we did for this project, I copied over all my project from last quarter from the CompSci website solution, and I created my own here and removed all the contents here. I added a folder named admin and a folder named users, and I moved all my files that I want to protect, the contents I want to protect in either of those folders. This will be designated for admin roles, and this will be designated for user roles. I went ahead and already ran ASP.NET_RegSQL.exe to build my database right here, and once I ran that, it automatically created all these tables for me. So in my web config, I've set up my default connection to go ahead and point to that SQL Server and to the web membership database that was created. And in order to use forms authentication, I had to turn it on by updating this field here. This is the membership here. We're using that's pointing to the default connection, and validating what type of what controls are going to be authenticated against. We also created a profile here for each user that gets logged in. They will be inheriting these properties here as well, and then we will be using roles, which we have enabled here. So let's go ahead and fire up that website. Oh, actually, I want to show you that in each folder, how I'm protecting the contents are within each folder. I have created a web config, and I authorize the roles and the username role, or the role name user, and I've denied access to everyone except for anyone who's in the roles name users for this folder, and in the admin folder as well. I've allowed anybody who's in the admin roles and denied everyone else. So let's go ahead and start the page. And when we come to here, we have a login control that says kind of like a welcome, and the user is not authenticated. So because we set up roles and membership security, if I should not be able to get into any of the contents here, the only content that's not in the security is the home register page, and I believe that should be it, or in the login page you should get to. Yep, and these other pages they can't get. So I'm using a login control here, and let's go ahead and log in. And now you see that I am in the admin role here, and I am authenticated. So let's take a look at that. Since I'm using 2013 Visual Studio, I wasn't able to get the web configuration tool to work, so I had to create my own mini web page here to be able to add people to roles, remove people from roles, delete roles, or delete users. So here I've already created 2 rows, which you saw earlier. I could create another one if I wanted to, and new row was created there, and I would just start putting content into that page if I wanted to protect it, and not or the rows, put people into those rows who will be able to see whatever page. And I could also delete the row. What else is here? So since I'm in the admin folder or admin user role, I should not be able to browse any of the contents in the user role here. I should be only able to browse whatever I put in the admin roles. Yep, these I have access to. So let's go ahead and log out and log in as a different user. Log in as Bobby. And as you can see, Bobby is a user and he's authenticated. So he should be able to browse any of the web contents under the user role. Let's go ahead and log out here because he's not in the admin role, so I wouldn't be able to see that. So let's log out and log back in here real quick. And let's just say Bobby. So I'm in the user role here, I'm not in the admin role there. So let's just go ahead and take Bobby out of the user role. So we've removed him from the user role. So let's see what happens if we go log back out, log back in as Bobby. Now I'm logged in, I'm authenticated because I'm against membership, but I'm not in any role. So I should not be able to browse any of these web pages. Except for the registration, but I should not be able to get to anything else. So that's kind of demonstrating the users in their roles. One funny thing was being able to see everything. You would have to, like for admin, I would have to be in the users role as well as the admin role to see content anywhere. So since I'm an admin, I have access to either folder or either roles. I am able to browse pretty much anything I want at this point. Okay, here moving on, login name. Here we're using the logon name along with login view together. Let's show you how I'm demonstrating that. And here is that login view, and we're using also the login name in tandem with those two. So with the login view, depending on different roles and how you're logged in, anonymous or just logged in without roles, you get a different message each time. So that's demonstrating that. So if you're in a role, you get a user here. If you're not in a role, you're there, and if you're not authenticated, you get the default site. So that's what this is all about here. For the other logon without control, that's what this is doing here. And you can see I'm using the importing the HTTP context control user ID is authenticated, and also the current user identity name is authenticated. So that's how I'm be able to use the name without using the control itself. Each user is able to update their profile. Let's use a different name. And Henry is user. He is authenticated. He can view his profile. We've already updated what. We'll go ahead and fix some stuff. So let's just say we want to update his profile. He lives in Houston. And once we've updated it, he's able to update his profile there. Okay, that takes care of that. So let's go to the next rubric. Login control. We've already seen the login page, which is that control, the logon name control, and also the logon view control incorporated together on that. So let's look at another one, a registration one. This one's a create user. And automatically I built that in where by default it just adds a user, but I built it in so that when a person registers in the code behind that they're automatically added to the user role there. So that's why he's in the user role right away. We don't want to leave it up to the admin all the time. So, and we can see, oops, that test is now added in the user role. And on that, that's how the register button works there. We also have another button, login status, and this shows us log in or log out. That will, we can log back in using that. That gives us the login status, and this changes as is being logged, a user being logged in and out as well. Next control, let's see, let's log in to somebody here. He's not in a row. Henry's in a row, and Henry can go ahead and change his password. So that's another control that we use too. That's the current password. Change, and if we log out, log back in. But if we took the old password, it doesn't work. Yep, and he was able to get in with his new password there. He should be able to browse. And what else we have now? And some of these utilize methods in the membership class, add roles, demonstrate roles, and program add roles. So we can show that in here. Let's log in as me. And here I've already added buttons that uses the membership classes to add roles, delete roles. As you saw earlier, we were able to create one. We were able to delete a row. We're able to add Bobby. Let's add Bobby to a role. Bobby's in the admin role now. We can remove Bobby from the role. So he's got out of the admin role. We can also delete a user if we need to. So that's just all demonstrating membership classes there. We did add 2 roles demonstrated. Okay, and then we've done that. So pretty much we did everything. We double check here. So yeah, so there you go. Membership authentication using forms. Any questions? Let me know. Thank you.